Hello and welcome into episode 12 of Pat's Picks. Today on Pat's Picks, we have two games to talk about and about 5-6 bets to go over. Yesterday, 1-3 performance. The day before, a 4-0 performance. So we need a bounce back after a not great day. Not a terrible day, but not a great day. So far in the series, I think I'm down $20 through the playoffs, which isn't bad considering I'm doing about $30 bets. So we're looking to go back to green today, which hopefully we can. I feel pretty good about my bets. Last night, though, missed the buck on the Colorado Avalanche game versus the Dallas Stars. The Stars clamped onto a 4-1 lead, held it, and, it is what it is. I thought Colorado was going to play better at home. The Dallas Stars shut them down, and the Dallas Stars are real Stanley Cup contenders, and this is why. They can turn a great offense like Colorado and turn them right off. Nobody's done that to Colorado yet. Dallas Stars have done it. First time a Colorado Avalanche game hadn't gone over 6 goals since April 1st. It was a 19-game streak, so I bet on it. No dice. So just missed it completely on the Avs game, to be honest. Igor didn't get these saves because of Carolina going out to early lead. Played with the lead. They played a little different. I thought it was going to be a tight game all the way through, and you were going to get Kane shooting the puck the whole time. But score effects kind of did that one in. Carolina first to 5 shots. I'll be betting that again in Game 5. Over 5.5, Canes Rangers. I feel like that's a good bet just because of how the games have been played so far. If it's 5.5, I'm going to go over. Tonight we have 2 games. We have the Bruins, who are decent dogs at home, and Edmonton Oilers, who are kind of heavy favorites at home. So let me put this out there before I tell you my picks. I'm a Bruins fan. I got Patriots hat right on. I'm New England everything. I just want to prepare you for that so you can see these bets, which is me betting nothing on the Bruins. I'm going to be honest with you. So coming into this year with Krejci, Bergeron, Bertuzzi, Taylor Hall, Dmitry Orlov, all gone. It was going to be a tough year for the Bruins. It was going to be. And they get into the playoffs as the second-place team in the Atlantic Division. They went around versus the Maple Leafs. And now they're coming up against the best team in the division, the Florida Panthers. And you're seeing the talent difference really come out as of late. And it's not looking pretty. The games aren't fun to watch from my perspective because it looks like a team that's just on a different level than the Bruins. And that's why I'm betting these bets. It's kind of one of those things, if I lose, great. If I win, money, So I'm betting with how I feel like this is going to go. The last 2 games, Florida Panthers puck line is hit. The Bruins are going to be without Brad Marchand, who was ruled out this morning for Game 4. That puts a lot of stress on David Pastrnak, who I think is just having a brutal playoffs. He has 7 points in 10 games. I believe only 2 goals, I want to say. So, he's not really carrying the water for the Bruins, to say the least. And it's one of those things where, do you really have faith in the Bruins to really pull anything out here? And you look at the shots total here. I'm gonna pull up some things for you real quick here. First to 5 shots. I love these bets because if you really feel like a team is going to do the business versus a team, it means they're probably going to jump off the hard start. You look at Game 3, shots 33-17, just heavily outshot here. Get rid of that. Game 2, 33-15. It's how are you supposed to win games? How are you supposed to win games? You look at the score, 6-2, 6-1. And if things don't change for the Bruins, it's going to go the same way. And I don't think things are going to change for the Bruins. Brandon Montour, I bet on him to get a point in Game 1. He did not get a point in Game 1. I did not bet him in Games 2 or 3. He got 2 points and 3 points. I'm telling you guys, I have a lot of good thoughts. It's just sometimes they do not come out when I put money on them for whatever reason. So I'm going back to the well Montour, who's plus 114 to get a point, and he's gotten 5 in the last 2 games. Plus 114. It's I feel like I have to throw $15 on that. He probably won't do it now because I did it, but I'm doing it because I'm doing it. Florida Panthers, first 5 shots, I put 30 on that, 20 on their puck line. It's hit the last 2 games. If I'm going to watch the Bruins lose tonight, guys, I am going to make money. I'm not going to sit there being broke watching the Bruins lose. I'm going to be making money. And if they win, good. I'm a Bruins fan. Tied series 2-2. Let's go back to Florida and take over the series. But I'm not watching this game and losing on both the bets and as a fan. It's just not happening tonight. And I feel like the Florida Panthers are going to win by a few goals. It's sad reality. I'm happy with the Bruins season, even if they get eliminated embarrassingly to Florida, because they kind of played better than their talent level. Credit Jim Montgomery on a good season. Hopefully it can keep going, but I wouldn't bet on it. Oilers Canucks. Let's move on to something I'd rather talk about. Leon Draisaitl over 1.5 points. He has hit this in I want to say 4 of the last 5 games. I know he's hit in the last 2. And Edmonton's going home, where they should have a little bit of an advantage because of the crowd, because of the last change. They get the last change. Yeah, he's hit this in both games versus Vancouver. 2 points game 1, 4 points game 2. 2 points in game 5 versus LA. 3 points in game 3 versus LA. He didn't get in game 4 versus LA. But regardless, Leon Draisaitl is a playoff monster. Plus odds for over 1.5 points. Thought, why not? Edmonton has scored over 3.5 goals both games in Vancouver. There's no reason they should go home and this changes. I really think that you're going to see with Vancouver, they're trying to prevent high-quality chances going against Artur Chivos. And you can't blame them. Chivos is putting in a good effort, to say the least. But at the end of the day, I think this is a little above his ability facing the Oilers as like a young rookie who has not a lot of experience. First to 5 shots, Edmonton should come out buzzing versus the Vancouver Canucks at home in Game 3. I think the Edmonton Oilers game and the Florida Panthers game, they line up good to bet on. I'm not betting Edmonton straight out or puck line. Puck line's a little fool's gold in my opinion. I think this Vancouver team is good as much as I am betting heavy on Edmonton. The way you look at the odds, Vegas has this as a 4-3 game to Edmonton. If you look at the projected over-under for goal totals for both teams, they project that the over-under for Edmonton's 3.5, over-under for Vancouver's 2.5. It looks like they have them in the 4-3 range. So you're hoping Leon Draisaitl, if it is a 4-3 game, can chip in 2 points. The Oilers will push the pace early, and they'll get to those 4 goals, which they've gone to in, let's see, how many games straight is this? I'm looking at the calendar right now. They got in the last game versus the Kings, both games versus Vancouver. So the last time they didn't hit this in the playoffs was Game 4, which they won 1-0 in that Stuart Skinner shutout versus the Kings. So outside of that one-off, which maybe we'll get a one-off, but outside of that one game, the Edmonton Oilers are good for 4 goals most of the time, which is why it's my biggest bet with $40. Edmonton at home, first home playoff game of the series. We like that. We like that a lot. So these are my bets for the day, guys. You can kind of mix and match. I didn't really feel like mixing and matching. I felt like just going straight bets. So just to recap my bets for the night, over 3.5 for Edmonton, $40 on it at -130. Edmonton Oilers first to 5 shots, $30 on -145. Over 1.5 points at +105 for Leon Draisaitl, $15 on that. Panthers puck line, 20 on that at +160 odds. Over a point for Brandon Montour, or at least a point for Brandon Montour, $15 at +114. And Florida Panthers first to 5 shots on goal at -140. If I had to be honest, if I had to rank the best bets for both of them, I would say the first to 5 shots from the Panthers is probably your most likely to hit. Just if you look at the shots totals I put up earlier, it's like the Bruins are struggling to get more than like 15 shots. And then I'd probably go with probably over 3.5 in Edmonton. The one thing about these over first to 5 bets, if there's an early penalty called, it can kind of screw with your bet. Because let's say you go out there 30 seconds in and there's a penalty. It's like that team that gets a power play, they're more likely to get to 5 shots. That being said, like a team like the Bruins, their power play has been absolutely like terrible, so you never know. But those are Pat's picks for May 12th on episode 12 of Pat's Picks. Hopefully we get a bounce back day, win some money. Like I said, if you want to support the channel, subscribe. If you want to like the video, like it. It does a lot for the channel and growing it. Leave a comment. I really like comments. Haven't been getting a lot. If you want to share your picks, your thoughts on how the games are going to go. If I'm Benedict Arnold for betting against the Bruins tonight, I don't care. But that's all today. Have a great Mother's Day. Hope you enjoy the Mother's Day. So I'll see you in the next video. Peace.